Hello everybody. In this video, I'm going to show you where some of the best resource locations are on the center in Ark Survival Ascended. So when you're first starting off here, a lot of people tend to start at the Blue Ob as it was one of the safer areas. I did notice that there were some Rexes there now, but in case you are starting here, the whole back of this location here is actually lined with metal and crystal. And this can be a huge asset to you in the early game, as you'll be able to build basically everything you need, like your crossbow and your metal tools initially, as well as being able to craft your spyglass pretty early on. So that's just right here at Blue Ob, and in case you wanted to know where it was at the map, it is located here at the 52.1 and 74.8. And that's going to bring us to our next location here. So we're going to go through from Blue Ob and head straight over to this rock here. So that metal will get you started in the early game, and there was a little bit of crystal there. This here is the Skull Island. This is going to be your best place in the whole game for the Obsidian. You can see in this waterfall here, he just looks like he's spitting out rocks. Quite a bit of stuff there. And then making your way up here in the eyeballs, you got a little fire pits and more Obsidian and more Obsidian. And on the top here, there is also more Obsidian. Now, the one thing I did not notice here on the previous game, Ark Survival Evolved, there actually used to be spawns for creatures up here. There was cave creatures. So you were able to find dung beetles up here before. I have not seen any up here, so that's unfortunate, because that was pretty cool being able to get them, not having to go into a cave. But yeah, that's a pretty good spawn as well. So then we're going to head over here, Blue Ops to your right, and you're just going to go over this mountain here. And what you're going to find here is actually going to be your beavers. So you've got one pond here with your beavers in it. Let me see if I can go down here. And we'll get beneath the water here. So you can see them here, and they've got a bunch of their... well, there's not a bunch. That's the thing. On this map, they're not all consolidated to one place. So you've got this one here. There's usually a couple. And then you've got some over in this pond over here as well. And then you also have some... where'd the last pond go? There is one more pond. Oh, yeah, so there's one, two. Sorry, I skipped it. It's one pond there. One pond there, one pond here. And then if you actually fly across this little channel here, we're going to look, there's going to be one more pond on this side over here, right here, that's going to have the Beaver Dams. So quite a bit of cementing paste here. Thankfully, we don't have to deal with not having access to that like we did on Scorched. So the next thing I want to point out is going to be an interesting resource that's kind of unique here to the center. We're going to go straight for this pillar from where we're located here. And, oh, actually, I totally forgot to point out the GPS coordinates of the last few. Skull Island was pretty obvious, but this one here is located at 42.8 latitude and 60.5 longitude. And then, yeah, let's head over to this pillar here. And now, so for those of you that played Arks, or played the center before, you'll be familiar with this. For those of you that don't, this is going to be pretty cool here. So you'll notice there's a little cavern located right here. So if you look at the island I'm currently located at, there's actually a bunch of these little caves littered all around this island, or at least there was in Survival Evolved. I haven't spent too much time looking for them, but basically these are bear caves, meaning they are prime locations to find your dire bears. And inside each of these caves also host a crap load of metal, as well as a good amount of crystal. So if I was to go through, and I don't know if I can see these guys, oh, my HUD's off, I don't know, if I pull it back up, it's going to show me. Yeah, look, 145, 85... 20. So if you want to like go through and breed some dire bears, definitely take a look for these caves, because not only are they rich in resources, they also have some really nice tames, and dire bears are definitely a great mount to have. All right, so then the next thing we're going to go through and look at is going to be over here. So this isn't necessarily a resource, but it's good to know. This is the volcanic island. A lot of your top tier predators are going to be here. And for those of you that don't know, the non-story maps tend to have much higher levels. So you just saw that dire bear here. This is actually where you're going to find your Giga as well. It's on this volcanic island. And there's quite a bit of metal and resources as well. Oh, is that the new guy? Oh, that is a new guy. Would you look at that? He's level 20. We'll have to come back and take a look at him later. Right on, right on. Yeah, so next place we're going to go through and head, though, is, let me get up here so you can see, is actually the giant floating island here in the middle. So we're going to head over here and then head straight down. It's getting a little dark. Let me just change the daytime here. And you'll notice on the bottom here, this is going to be a great place to find your Silica Pearls. Let me see here. Yeah, so you can see here's some right here. over here. They're kind of scattered throughout. It's a pretty big area over here. There's not too much bad stuff that wants to kill you. I think I've seen sharks down here before. Yeah, there's some mantas right there. But it's a pretty big open area. It's not like nothing's going to sneak up on you. Now, of course, if you, I guess, don't have the fog turned off, it might be a little scarier. But yeah, they've got plenty of silica pearls. Like, look at this huge hoard right here. So this is a great place to find those. Pretty not accessible super early, as getting down there might be kind of a pain. But definitely a great place for those. Here is the swamp area, so any swamp creatures looking for will basically be in this giant ring around the piece here. I haven't seen the Rhino. I believe they were supposed to just be the island and Lost Island, so hopefully, and I guess I don't think we'll see them on here. Now we're going to look over for the... Where did it go? Did I skip the whole obelisk here? Green Ob. Right on. So we're going to make our way over to Green Obelisk here, and what we're going to be looking for here is two different things, actually. So I haven't noticed any huge, large spawns of oil yet, but if you are looking for some oil at first, you can definitely find some oil chunks here and here, as well as a couple of bits of crystals. Now, there are some penguins here on the top, but that's not the only ones. There's actually penguins you'll find in the water underneath as well. Swimming, is that a shark? No, that is a Spino, so he might have ate the penguins. Oh yeah, look there, you can see the penguins right here. So you'll have to check for the spawns here, of course. You know, they might get killed from some of the aggressive predators, but if you're looking for some organic polymer, yeah, you'll find them right here at this little rock. This is located here at the, let me see, the lighting's off, 36.2, 10.6, on the far, far west of the map, just next to the little circle ring here. And then, of course, if you are looking for, let me see if I can get all the way over here. It's a long journey. If you are looking for sap, of course, you will find that here in the redwoods. Now, there is a really, really super rich location of metal also here that I want to point out. This is probably one of the biggest, largest resources, spots in the game. So we're here at the front of the redwoods, and what you're going to look for is look for that waterfall on that wall in the far back. That singular small little waterfall. And so what you're going to do is you're going to basically head straight towards it, and you know you're in the right place because you'll see a little bridge leading into this waterfall here. And when you come inside here, this place is loaded. Now, there are creatures in here that spawn, so you will need to be careful. I don't believe there's an artifact or anything like that, but this is just a crap ton of crystal, more crystal than you will ever need. And then there is a whole bunch of metal here as well. And it just kind of circles all around this back couple of pillars. So easily, yeah, 4, 5, 6 rich chunks. You're going to fill up your Anki or Yargi multiple times. I don't think you'll be able to do that all in one trip with how much stuff there's in here. So definitely probably, I think the best place on the center for metal and for crystal is going to be this little cave here. Like I mentioned, it's at the edge of the redwoods here. It's basically at the edge of the map. You can see the ceiling is right here. And then in regards to the location here, that's going to be at 91.1 and 63.4. All right, well, I think that pretty much wraps up. I covered the majority of the resources. The island, or not the island, but the center is super dense. Obviously, you've seen some of the lag spikes or FPS drops here. But there's trees literally everywhere. There is rocks everywhere, so your flint's covered. Showed you the metal, showed you the crystal. The only thing is that I didn't really find a huge, heavy, over-the-top oil spawn. Yeah, I think that pretty much covered the basis for the majority of the other important resources. I hope this video was helpful to you guys. If it was, then please consider leaving a like and subscribing if you're not already.